Howdy do. This is Reverend S. Pierce for the 15th of September, 2014. How are y'all doing? Are you good? Because, you know, it's one of those things, folks. I find it incredibly odd that people just, they say they're paying attention, but they can just be going on with life and, doing whatever it is they need to do. But when you really examine it, when you really look at it, I don't think they're paying attention. That's just me. That's just me and my views, and that's what this is all about. It's my opinion of the things that are happening in the world today. Now, how can we, as individuals, have a keen eye on what's going on? Well, it's real simple. It's called paying attention. Okay? I know we all don't have this false belief that we are, this belief that we have this made-up disorder called attention deficit disorder, or ADHD. But we do have a problem, and the problem is we don't pay attention. And when we do, we pay attention to those people who are, well, let's just say, in it for their own agenda. Okay? So, it's interesting to note as well that there are those that do have a keen eye as to what's going on and do understand the very nature by which these things are unfolding and who's behind it, like myself. And I know, I understand what's going on. I see it. I rip apart the curtain and tear it down and show you who's behind it, pushing the buttons and pulling the handles. And there are plenty other people out there like that. But the thing is that not too many people that we are aware of, the ones who are in the independent and alternative medias, I'm sure, and I want to speak for myself right here, and that is, I'm sure that there are people out there who really don't give a crap about what goes on. They're like, well, I just want to go see my football game, and, I don't really give a crap what's going on. Well, I'm pretty sure there are people like that. So what I'm going to talk about today is three types of people. The people that are aware and awake and understand what's going on. The people that are seemingly and have the appearance of being awake and aware of what's going on, and the people who absolutely do not really give a crap. Okay? Now, coming up after the break, I'll do that, and, well, after this little mini podcast, I don't think there's going to be too many people that are going to like me too much. But if you do, hey, great, wonderful, email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. It's the email address. The WayneSPierceShow.weebly.com site is up there for your enjoyment and entertainment and enlightenment, and hopefully you get something out of it. In the meantime, folks, I shall return after this. Don't wait until another natural or man-made disaster strikes. Have at least 72 hours of emergency gear near you at all times, and that includes food. Get your emergency food supply today. Go to freeamericaradio.us, and at the top of the page, click on the emergency food supply link. Help your family by purchasing as much emergency food supply as you need. You'll be helping out your family and Free America Radio Network. Thank you.
Sharing the truth one fact at a time. This is the Free America Radio Network.
welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Pierce Show podcast for the 15th of September, 2014. How y'all doing? You good? I mean, you can email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. If you have any questions, concerns, comments, even if you disagree with me, I'm okay with that. You can disagree with me all you want. I just want to know why. Okay? Just show me the reasons why you disagree with me. You can go to the WayneSPierceShow.weebly.com site. Check it out. You can also check out the Views Expressed live Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at freeamericaradio.us. And last week I was being a little haphazard with the show because I was falling behind on some research. So I had to take a few days and do some mini podcasts and such. And hey, today it's going to be live, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, right there on freeamericaradio.us. So we have people who are aware and awake, totally and absolutely knowing what goes on behind the scenes, have either been knowing this for, a few years, or as long as I have, or somewhere in between. So there are people out there that know that know in their hearts what's going on, and know who's running the show, and know the corruption, and know names, and have done tremendous amounts of research to get all that. Then you have these people who are seemingly awake and aware, allegedly, who find it in their makeup, their nature, their human being, to talk about things in such a way to where, they get right to the edge of revealing to you everything that you need to know, but don't quite get there. And then in that same category, you have those who claim to be Christian, claim to be clergy, and will always direct you to God. Now, I'm not denying God at all. I believe that God is a family name, and I do believe that men in their human nature, based on fear, have labeled a massive energy by many, many different names, and therefore they understand it in that way, in whatever particular way they believe in that higher power. But they insert God into their explanations as to what's going on around the world, and they start talking about demons, and they start talking about this, that, and the other thing, and then they pretty much put you in a position to where you feel guilty for what other people are doing. And that's not a good place to be either. And in that, so consider that the A portion of that second group of people. The B portion are those who absolutely, positively, in no uncertain terms, will do everything they can to push you into an area where they want to close your eyes, don't look at that, whatever, and pretty much they're Christians in Christian churches, in Christian denominations. By the way, if you go back in the early 20th century, like somewhere around 1935, 1940, around in there, I believe that's where it is. I'm going to have to recheck my notes. But it all, the 501c3 came about, and the churches became and were then immediately infiltrated by government officials, disguising themselves as pastors and all this, that, and the other thing. Nowadays, we call them the Clergy Response Team. Go look that up. Startpage.com, Clergy Response Team. And so we have that group of people. That's the B side of that second category. The third category we have are people that absolutely, positively, 100% and utterly do not care. The world is falling apart. Their house is burning up. Their neighborhood is getting turned upside down by gangs. There's militarized law enforcement all over the place. There's drones flying over. They're being spied on. They know that their cell phones are tracking devices for federal government, and they don't care. And that's the problem. We have a society based upon, or at least at some point, was based upon freedom, liberty, security, and, peace, and all of that. Living side by side with your neighbors, regardless of religion or color. We have a society now that is so divided that that we've gotten to the point. We've gotten to the point where we hate our own families. Hate's a strong word, but we dislike what our family has become. And I'll tell you, that is becoming the norm of society now. That is becoming the norm. And how can you, in all of our infinite wisdom, insert sarcasm there, come to the point of hating your own family because they're different? So there's that whole scenario that you got to play out in your own mind to try to figure out how you can remedy the situation. Then we have a society in our own neighborhoods. We have macro cultures in our society. We have a plethora of cultures in our society in every neighborhood. We used to live next to the black man who worked at the car dealership as a mechanic. And then the other side of us, we had a neighbor who was, Hispanic or Mexican descent, and he was working at the bank, as a teller. And we had all of this stuff at one point. Now we don't. So what happened? We had the corrupted few in Washington, D.C. divide us through ideology and, really honestly, profiling. Political, economic profiling, racial tensions arose from that. Ecumenical and religious profiling, we have that. It's all there. It's all, it's all there, and it's all based out of this fear that we seem to have been instilled with by the corrupted few in Washington, D.C. So, who knows? Who knows? I don't like politicians. Okay? I don't like people who stand on their party, who stand on their platform, who believe wholeheartedly that, their side is the only side that anyone is ever going to have, and this is all you need. And, well, isn't that what's happening with the Democratic Party in Washington, D.C. right now? They want to control both the House and the Senate. Well, can you say dictatorship? Because that's exactly what it's going to wind up being if we don't stop this crazy train from derailing. Now, we have also a group of people in the United States that do not like peace, freedom, security, or liberty in society. And so they're trying to tear that down and subjugate us like peasants in a kingdom. So we have that portion of it. And again, the third category is people don't care. There are people out there who just do not care at all. They never have and they never will. And they can justify it by their own ignorance of the information that's out there. Here's the greatest line and the most stupidest line I ever heard. Someone tell me, I don't want to talk about it because I don't want it ruining my day. That is the dumbest thing I have ever heard anyone say. And second to that is, I don't want to hear it because it's not my cup of tea. Oh, and third in that list of stupid things to say, I don't want to hear it because it doesn't affect me. I just ignore it. That's dumb. This is completely dumb. Okay? So anyway, those are the three categories, and those are my opinions of those categories. Now, after the break, I got to tell you, there's a lot of crap coming down the line. And for those that care, and for those who seemingly care, I'm going to talk to you about these things. Those who don't care, why should I talk to you and waste my breath? So, you can turn this off now and go away. But for those that really want to know, please stick around after the break, and I'll get to the things that are happening. But I want to remind you that the Views Express Live is on today, live. Yes, not going to be a podcast. Live today, Monday, the 15th of September, 2014, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at freeamericaradio.us or Spreaker.com. Look for Free America Radio Network. And or just click on the tab, the link that says Live Now. So you might want to check that out as well. Lots of things going on, and it is apparent to me that I see things happening in a much more accelerated manner, okay? And I don't know, it's just me, I don't know where it's going to end up. I do know if the trend continues that with the information that I've had over the years, if things continue the way they are, it's not going to look good for the United States of America. And here's the goal of these people in Washington, D.C. and the people that control them, the corporations and such. A total and complete collapse of the United States so that we can then, not we, but they in Washington, D.C. and the corporations that control Washington, D.C. can collapse the United States to give it over to the UN so that we can be governed in a very dictatorial manner by other countries, not by the people of the United States. And that's the ultimate goal. We, the people, as I, a little Freudian slip earlier, we, the people, can defeat that. And there's many, 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 many ways of doing that. And there's inherent problems with that, and there are some problems I see coming up if we don't change certain things immediately. And therefore, I'll give you a little taste of that and what my opinion is on that as well, coming right up after the break. Which is, hey, right about now. So I will talk to you in a bit. Be right back. Listen to Just BK on the Shake and Wake Radio Network. ShakeandWakeRadio.com. This is not a conspiracy theory. It's a conspiracy fact. The world is coming undone. The globalists and bankers have taken over all of the infrastructure of the country, and there are now militarized law enforcement on the streets. Come join me, Reverend Wayne S. Pierce, on the Views Express. Go to www.Spreaker.com and search for The Views Express. I talk about what is truly happening in our world today and reveal the truth behind the lies of the globalist-controlled media. Come join me Monday through Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on The Views Expressed, only on Spreaker.com.
Get ready.
Hey, folks, welcome back. This is the Wayne S. Spear Show podcast. Got a few more minutes left. Yes. Yeah, it's a mini podcast, actually. It's I do the mini ones. The full podcast is an hour. The mini ones are about a half hour. The live shows for the Wayne S. Spear Show is an hour. And, of course, later on today, the Views Express Live at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern is a full 2-hour show, and we have a huge news story this past weekend and these past few days. Last week I was kind of on and off with the live show. I did a couple of podcasts, that kind of thing, just to catch up on some of the research. So that was all there is. I'm a one-man operation here, folks. And if you want to support Free America Radio Network, please do go to freeamericaradio.us. You can donate. That would be great. And you can sponsor the show. Go to the sponsors page. It's not going to kill your marketing budget, that's for sure. And if you want to buy your emergency food supply, you can right there at freeamericaradio.us with the tab at the top of the page, Emergency Food Supply. And if you're listening to this show on the WayneSPearShow.weebly.com site, you can do the same thing right there. You can donate, you can sponsor, or you can get your emergency food supply. So either way you want to sponsor the Free America Radio Network or either one of the shows, the Views Express Live or the Wayne S. Spear Show, please do. I do very much appreciate that. So anyway, there you go. What? Well, I'll tell you what. Let me go to Free America Radio on Facebook and give you a preview of what's coming on the Views Express Live today. Someone put up a picture, so I shared it on the Free America Radio Facebook page, and it's a picture of Jacob Rothschild, and it says, "Hi, I'm Lord Jacob Rothschild." The picture says, "I'm head of the Bilderberg Group. That means I control your president. I've decided Syria needs a central bank. My fellow Bilderberg members have approved my war in Syria. I could care less about Obama. He is my puppet. Anybody that gets in my way will be killed in a timely manner. My war crimes mean nothing to me, for I own your government. My family's estimated worth is over $500 trillion. It's nice to finally meet you. Jacob Rothschild." Him and his businesses and his holdings rule the United States of America, including the British Commonwealth. Okay? This is, yes, the truth with the facts, folks. And also from Luke Rudowski, We Are Change, put up a photo, ISIS and the CIA, what you need to know. And there's a video there. It says, in this video, Luke Rudowski talks to investigative journalist Wayne Madsen about the certain situation with ISIS in the Middle East and how U.S. intelligence agencies played a role to their rise. Wayne Madsen is an American investigative journalist, author, and columnist specializing in intelligence and international affairs. He is an author of the blog Wayne Madsen Report, and that's at WayneMadsenReport.com. That's Wayne, M-A-D-S-E-N, report.com. Also, on the Free America Radio Facebook page, thenewamerican.com. The New American magazine has an article called Follow the Money, War Hawks and the Military-Industrial Complex. By the way, we do have space-based weapons, folks, if you didn't know that already. Also from Orbis Vitae, I believe is how you pronounce it. I don't know. It's V-I-T-A-E. Orbis, O-R-B-I-S, Vitae, V-I-T-A-E.com. Demolition explosions found in lost video of Building 7. Okay. MediaRoots.org. War on Terror comes home to roost. The security state's plans to crush activism. Also from naturalnews.com, hundreds of reporters and staff losing jobs at world's biggest propaganda network. Yes, CNN has dropped viewers way down. From Leanne McAdoo over at Infowars.com, 9/11 firefighter blows WTC-7 cover-up wide open. And, of course, there are many other articles you can click on there on the Free America Radio Facebook page. And it is interesting and very important to understand that people need to pay attention to what's going on. Very important to understand that. It's vital. You don't always have to believe everything you read, but that's where you need to go to other sources. And don't go to your state-run media because they're full of crap, every single last one of them. Go to the independent media. Don't believe everything there either. You got to search it out yourself. You don't even have to believe me, okay? You need to search this stuff out on your own, okay? And find what you believe, is pertinent and accurate and factual from your point of view. So I'm just giving you my opinions. I'm giving you the links. I'm letting you know. And that's just the way it is. And that's what Free America Radio does. Shares the truth one fact at a time. Pulls away the veil to show you who's pushing the buttons and pulling the handles, like Jacob Rothschild. So anyway, folks, coming to the end of this mini podcast, I want you all to know that I really, really appreciate your support listening. Listens do matter. As far as Spreaker is concerned, I would love to hear from you because I want to get your take on what's happening. Yeah, email me. Ask me anything you like. No question is off limits. If I don't know, email me if you have questions, concerns, or comments. Even if you disagree with me, I don't mind. freeamericaradio@usa.com. freeamericaradio@usa.com. That's fine. I want to know what's on your mind, and that's always good to know. It's always good to have another, aspect of things, another perspective, another opinion. I mean, I'm fine with that. Sooner or later, as soon as I get the bugs worked out, I'm going to have on the live shows of the Wayne S. Pierce Show, or even the Views Express Live, I may be able to, if I get the bugs worked out, have people call in on certain segments of the show. So hopefully I can get the bugs worked out. So anyway, email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. Go to my website at thewaynespearceshow.weebly.com. Support if you can. Would very much appreciate it. I know times are tough, but hey, $1 here or there, $5 here or there. I mean, instead of drinking your lousy Starbucks coffee every day, how about taking a day off from that and contribute to independent and alternative media? So thank you very much. Appreciate that. In the meantime, come join me on the Views Express Live today at 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern on the Free America Radio Network on Spreaker.com and also at freeamericaradio.us. Again, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, even if you disagree with me, hey, email me, freeamericaradio@usa.com, freeamericaradio@usa.com. And folks, you have a great Monday, and I'll see you today talk to you later today on the Views Express Live, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern at freeamericaradio.us.